Shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Alright, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Now, this lesson is going to be titled World War III is at our doorsteps, right? So, this is breaking news. Well, not in mainstream media, but those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. President Biden is considering reversing Trump's drawdown in Iraq by adding thousands of troops to combat growing terror threats in the region. Alright? Now, as soon as Biden took the office, there was allegedly a so-called ISIS attack in the region, right? A suicide bombing that killed 32 people. Now, this isn't a coincidence, man. These so-called presidents and are just puppets, but the people controlling them are warmongers, right? They make their most money through war. All right, they make their most money through weaponry and the gun sales. Now, the best thing to recover this economy would be war, right? During World War II, and that time of economic collapse, during World War II, what they did, they had people go into the workforce to manufacture weapons and bullets, and that boosted the economy. It put people to work. And those guns and bullets were being sold to other nations to fight a war. And that's the same thing that's about to happen now. With all this money printing, this fiat printing, they're going to have to start a war to recover this money, right? And it says Baghdad bombing could be the Biden admin's first challenge. And now they say the bombing was only 4 kilometers away from the U.S. Embassy. But that's what they do, man. They tear these regions apart, and the government of these people, of the Syrian people, they sell them out too, right? This is all a plot, man. This is all a stage, man. And so it says that here, the bombing provides U.S. President Biden with an early opportunity to show U.S. support for Iraq. Now, Iraq and Iran is going at it. And the U.S. and Iran is going at it. So it's only logical to assume that the U.S. will back Iraq because they're going at it with Iran. And remember last year, probably exactly a year ago, if not a couple days off, the U.S. assassinated Iran's general, Soleimani. I believe that mentions that in here in this article. Slovakia. Alright. So it says here, when U.S.-Iran tensions rose in 2019 and early 2020, the U.S. killed Iranian head Soleimani in Baghdad. Alright. Oh, it was right above the paragraph I was reading, Slovakia. But yeah, this is the precipice of World War III, alright? So if the U.S. goes at it with Iran, who are Iran's biggest allies, right? Who are Iran's biggest allies and why? Lebanon, Russia, and Venezuela. Now, we don't know Russia and China are allies. Venezuela and China are allies. North Korea and China are allies. So this could be the precipice of World War III. But they're not going to show this in the mainstream media because they not want to upset not only the American people to keep them dumb, but they are also trying to fulfill prophecy too. All right. This is Joel chapter 3, starting at verse 1. Slovakia. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people, for my heritage Israel, whom they scattered among the nations and pardoned my land. All right. So he's saying in that day, he's going to gather nations into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Right. And the word Jehoshaphat means Yahweh Shaphat, which means the Most High's judgment. And let's see Yahweh Shaphat, or Yahweh has judged, right? And when it says to plead, it doesn't mean to cop pleas or nothing. It means to judge, and it's the same word Shaphat that's in Jehoshaphat, right? If you see Shaphat here, and in Jehoshaphat, it's the same exact word, right? And it means to judge, to govern, to vindicate, to punish, right? So Jehoshaphat also could mean Yahweh's punishment, right? Yahweh's vindication, right? And this is talking about World War III, right? If we jump over to real quick, Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Alright? And that's talking about war. The second woe will be World War II. That has passed. This is prophecy, right? This is written 2,000 years ago. But it's talking about present today. It's talking about today. So this is prophecy. And the third woe hasn't come yet, so that's prophecy. The second woe has passed, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Alright? Let's go back to Joel now. Jump down to verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves, and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause my mighty ones to come down, thither cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh. Let the heathen be awakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all heathen round about. Alright? Yahushua is returning in the middle of World War III, man. Alright? And the book of 2nd Ezra proves that too. And these scriptures just prove that. The second Ezra is like the nail in the coffin, man. Alright? But before I go to 2nd Ezra, who's going to be fighting in this war, man? It's the thing. There is going to be a draft, right? A lot of you jakes out there don't realize that. You think it's just the military and the army that's going to be fighting in this war. No, there's going to be a draft, right? And a lot of people have signed up for the draft without even realizing it, right? Alright, so here in Babylon, a lot of the benefits they offer, they come with a requirement called selective service. And selective service really means if you're born after the year 1959, that you're signing up to be eligible for a draft. Salaki, I got interrupted. Lost my train of thought. Damn Satan, man. Okay, selective service, right? So the benefits of the U.S. government come with something called selective service. All right. Selective service wants young men to register. It does not want to be prosecuted or denied benefits. If a draft is ever needed, it must be as fair as possible, and that fairness depends on having as many as eligible men as possible registered. In the event of a draft, for every man who fails to register, another man will be required to take his place in service of his country. All right, and these are the things that if you get from the government, it's a requirement that you sign up for selective service. Federal jobs, all right. So if you work at the post office or any federal job, if you're born after 1960 and after, you're signed up for selective service. You're signed up to fight in a draft, right? What else? Student financial aid. If you got that, you're signed up for the draft. Citizenship. If you come from another country and come here, if the man first arrived in the U.S. before his 26th birthday, you are registered to fight in the draft, man. What else? State employment, job contracts. But these are the things that are and this is the thing. Esau has everything planned out already, man. Right? With these benefits, having a federal job, you think you hit the jackpot because all the benefits of having a government job is awesome. Well, they are good, right? We got to think about it too. 20 years from now, there's not going to be a pension. There might not be it's not going to be a U.S. government 20 years from now, right? So there's going to be no pension for people that's going to retire. These things are coming to an end quick. And this could be the precipice of everything. This right here, man. Alright. So, there was another article I wanted to bring out. Through. Yeah, so Salakia. Let me jump over to second address now to prove that Yahushua is coming in World War III. Second Esdras, chapter 13, starting at verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. And one shall undertake to fight against another. One city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. Alright? And that's World War III. Alright? It's going to be a city versus... It's actually Civil War and World War III all rolled into one, man. And one realm against another. It's going to be this earthly realm versus the heavenly realm when Yahushua comes. Because he's going to put the spirit on you guys that's in the military. That's going to be in the Valley of Jehoshaphat in this time. He's going to put the spirit on y'all to fight against him, right? Even though you're going to be terrified in your boots, man. And it, Salakia. I wanted to get one more Salakia in Second Esdras 13. Second Esdras 13 and 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yes, durst fight. Right? And lo, he saw the violence of the multitude, Salakia, that came, neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. Now this is Yahushua straight off the mothership, staring at this great multitude, prepared to fight this man, right? But Yahushua is not holding any weapons. He doesn't have a sword or anything. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, out of his lips a flaming breath, out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Alright? So, in one fell swoop, Yahushua is going to destroy all the armies of this earth, man. Right? Because they're going to join together to fight this man. And he's going to destroy them all almost in an instant. It's going to be fairly quick. He's going to get rid of these people, man. And all that's going to be left of them is dust and smoke. He's going to completely obliterate these people and put them into ashes. Right? And that's judgment, right? Because Jakes are choosing to fight for a government that doesn't care about them. Right? And why do they do this? For a car, a charger, for some benefits, right? Esau joins the military to kill brown people. Esau has the urge to kill, and the military is his outlet, right? He can go to the military, and that's why a lot of people get raped in the military. Doesn't get reported. People get killed in the military, and nobody goes to jail. And this is not their own military members killing each other, right? Because, and that's is Esau, man. Not only do they protect each other, but they have this innate hatred for everything. It's not only Jake they hate; they just hate everything, man. But they hate Jake the worst. And you, Jake, out there that joins this military to join up with your oppressor and join up with your enemy, are gonna be destroyed by Yahweh Shai, man. And that's thus saith the Lord. But I'm gonna wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakal. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, great Milsel Ruel. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, Shalom and Abad Babal.